Well, hello my lovely Facebookers, how are you all today? So I'm in here in the studio today, as promised, if you watched my video from yesterday, and I'm going to make up for you my signature green goddess Proothie. So I want to talk to you about what a Proothie is first. I want to talk about why you would want to have it, and then we're going to make it up with the ingredients that I have here. So first of all, what the heck is a Proothie and why should you even be bothered about Proothies? So a Proothie is a protein smoothie. So the reason why we bang on about Proothies all the time, and if you've seen anything on our page about Proothies and what the heck is a Proothie and why are we drinking it, is that in order for you to achieve body shape change, and what I mean by that is that you're building lean muscle in addition to losing fat so that you can change your shape and be able to do something long term, we're all about eating and training. We don't diet and exercise, we eat and we train. But sometimes it's a little difficult for very busy women, mums, busy professional women, to eat the amount of calories that they need to eat, and definitely to eat the macronutrient content of that food, which is proteins, fats, or carbohydrates. In fact, most of my ladies, when they start any sort of eating programs that we have as part of our Warrior Goddess Body programs, find that they're actually under eating anywhere between 300 and 500 calories a day, and they're really short of protein by up to sometimes as much as 100 grams of protein. So it's helping you to get more protein into your diet. Also, if you really want to boost your metabolism, which is the key thing to help you to lose fat, by consuming 30 grams of protein upon waking, within an hour of waking up, you will boost your metabolism. So this is really good for mums on the run, doing school runs, or busy women who are dashing into work early. It is about making sure that you get your protein first thing in the morning. So 30 grams of protein can be a lot if you look at it in terms of what food that is. So 30 grams of protein are 5 eggs, 4 to 6 rashers of bacon, this sort of a size of a chicken breast or fish, or maybe turkey or even a beef patty, that sort of a block of tofu or tempeh for my vegan friends, or 1 scoop of protein powder. Ta-da! And hence why we encourage you to take a protein smoothie. So a Proothie with raw vegan protein, and that's what we're going to make today. And the protein is going to be from the Protein Works, which is my recommended vegan protein. I have spent years and years and years researching different types of protein, different types of meal replacements, different types of shakes, all of these sorts of things. And I have 2 recommendations that I personally take and have been taking for either 5 years or 10 years, and I advocate to all of my clients who indeed they have been taking it and also have got the positive effects of them. So today's we're going to be using the Protein Works raw vegan protein. It's just called on their website vegan protein. You can also access 30% off with the code if you go into my online shop, and if you set up an account with them, you can get a second bag for free. So you can try 2 flavors as long as you're spending 10 quid, which you are. This size of a bag is about, let me see, the smallest bag, which I think is, this is the smallest bag. No, 500 mils. This is the smallest bag, which I think is like about a tenner. Then it goes up to about 15 or 16, and then the big bags are about 30. You will get, I don't know how many serves are in them, but roughly the servings is about 60p a serving from what I know. But this is just protein. So if you're looking for something specifically for low carb day, if you follow our 7-day carb cycling formula as part of our 28-day Warrior Goddess Body and our Wheel of the Year program, you need something for low carb day. And that's what this Green Goddess Proothie is all about today. It's a low carb, high plant-based, lots and lots of macronutrient and really good content for your health and energy. But today's flavor is birthday cake, okay? One of my favorite flavors, and I'm a chocolate person, but this I really like, okay? So we're gonna use that. The other ingredients we have for our Proothie today, which you can also get from the Protein Works, is spirulina, okay? So spirulina, our original superfood, it's from seaweed. It's a green seaweed, and it's really one of the most amazing things. So if I have any sort of gut issues, if I'm trying to heal myself from inflammation, which I have done about 9 months ago now, I was to take spirulina every single day. And I would take that in my Proothies, which is amazing. It helps to heal gut health, it helps to alkaline the body. It's also to help and fight and combat serious diseases like cancer. It's anti-cancerogenic in terms of the alkaline that it does for the body. What else? Really good for healing your gut if you have any sort of IBS or gut-based issues, bloating, etc. It's also really good for balancing out hormones. It's basically just an all-round fabulous thing to have. And when you put it in a Proothie, it tastes really nice. Don't smell it when you open it because it smells very seaweedy, because it is a seaweed. So the key is how to make this up and how to make it up so that you'll still consume it, right? So that's what we're going to consume today. And we're going to use a non-dairy milk. I've brought in my almond breeze, which I like, of almond milks. You could use oat milk or coconut milk. What milk you use is really up to your own preference in terms of taste, but also, in my experience, almond milk sustains me a bit longer. There's a bit more protein content in it as well. I keep my oat milk for tea, for example. Coconut milk is a little bit more watery and a bit sweeter. Again, it's just a preference. I also, if you saw any of my stories over the last couple of days, I also went and purchased this. So this is almond milk, but it is got live cultures in it. So it's got gut healing cultures. So again, I'm going to add a dash of this in today to really have this as a gut healing, bloated, banishing green Proothie this morning, okay? So you can have first thing in the morning. I brought these from home. Now these have melted because they've been in the fridge, but I use frozen berries, like a handful of frozen berries. That's strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries. They've melted a little bit, doesn't matter. I use frozen berries straight from the freezer and I stick them in, which keeps it nice and cold. We're going for spinach today, just some baby spinach. And to add some fat into balance out our macros, I've got some chia seeds here and some peanut butter. You can also add almond butter or you could add any other butters, okay? But chia seeds and peanut butter are our two healthy fats. So we're gonna get to making it, okay? So I'm just gonna go for a small one today. It doesn't have to be too large. The blender that I'm using is the Breville Active Blend. It's really handy. The lid is the blender. It's really easy to keep clean. Comes with an extra little lid. I mean, what more do you need? So we're gonna have a mixture. So you can just do this with water as well if you are trying to reduce some calories. I personally like to add the almond milk because of the extra protein that I get from it, and also gives it a more creamy taste. Go for the unsweetened one, very important. And then today I'm adding this special bad boy for a little bit of extra goodness. I've just added a splash in there. So I would say that was about 20 mils, okay? So then the star of the show is the protein, so 1 full scoop. Now, you can go for more than a full scoop if you do need to boost your protein. You can go for 1.5 scoops or even up to 2 scoops at any time. It just depends on your body. Some people are okay with consuming that amount. I'm good with 1.5 scoops, no problem whatsoever. And it's good to be able to boost to hit. Sometimes I hit 40 grams of protein in one meal with this particular Proothie, and that is okay. There is no downside to your kidneys or your digestive system if your system can digest it. And this is plant-based. This is made from different seeds and other plants. So it's 100% great for your gut, basically. I have the most sensitive constitution that I know of, and it's okay in my gut. So I've added that. Now, birthday cake kind of is the smell like the sprinkles of a birthday cake, or a little bit like the Nesquik strawberry you used to get, so it's amazing. Now, spirulina. This is the next star of the show to make it go green. Now, when I use this little scoop, my fingernails go green. Yeah, it's the only downside of using this. So look at the little size of the scoop. So we've got 1, I'm going to go for 3 of these, 2, and 3. You might want to build up, look at it's done to my fingers. You might want to build up to 1 scoop at a time. I'm just going to wash my hands because it always does that. It always gets I have what I call Incredible Hulk fingers after I do that. So you want to maybe build up to 3 scoops. That's a good amount of scooping. It's about 50, there's 5 mils per each of those scoops, so that's 15 mils. Then I'm going to add these berries, which are also going to be a little bit staining of my fingers. I'm going to have black I'm gonna have dark green and red ones, but I'm gonna get these berries in. So just a wee handful of frozen berries. The ones that I get in Tesco is the really big bag, which would last me, you know, probably about 10 days. Oh, making a mess, of course. I'm just gonna put that there. Berries in, and then chia seeds. So again, it depends on how much, you know, protein how much fat you're going for, and if you're tracking how many calories you're going for. Oh yeah, the little thing's still in here, so I'm just going to use a teaspoon. I'm just going to do a really small teaspoon, of the chia. Yeah, I think I'll add the nut butter. Why not? I'll add a little bit of nut butter today as well. And I'm only going to go for, I would go sometimes anywhere between 1 teaspoon and up to 3 teaspoons. Again, depends on how much macros you're tracking in that day. You can fit anything into your macros. You know, on a low carb day, I don't know why I did that, because now I'm not going to be able to talk. But it's so good though. On a low carb day, you're getting your fuel from protein and from fats. So nut butter is one of your friends, definitely on those days. And then we're just going to stick the lid on. I really shouldn't have done that. We're going to stick the lid on and we're going to zizz it in our zizzer. So here we go. Did I add the spinach? I'll zizz it first and then I'll add the spinach. So let's add the actual spinach, will we? For the extra greens, my goodness. Always forget something. There we go, handful of spinach. And then stick that in. You can add less liquid as well. There we go, handful of spinach. Stick it in. This is a very small size shaker. You could go for the bigger one and not fill it as much. Perfect. So you can see the color of this. This is very murky green, seaweed green. And that's the color that you want. I'm going to try it. It's really good. It's going to give me green teeth now. Look at that. The birthday cake flavor is quite strong in terms of the strawberry, so it helps with the greens and it helps with the spirulina in there too. So you actually feel like there is a sweetness. The vegan protein is sweetened by stevia, which is the only natural sweetener that does not mess with the chemistry of the brain or has been shown to have side effects like aspartame would or sucralose would, in terms of linked to certain disease and diabetes and how it messes with your insulin resistance. So yeah, so that's it. So I would have that for my low carb day 2 to 3 times a week, sometimes more. I would have it sometimes post-workout, or I'd have it for dinner if I'm on the go. It is basically a full meal in a smoothie. It's the best way also to get your greens and your protein in one go. And it tastes good. You can just take that on the go with you. So if you're thinking, okay, Lise, I'm going to try, you know, to get more plants and protein into my diet. I want to try these Proothies. How can you help? So we have our 5-day Proothie challenge. So that's something that we do that runs every single week. It's a completely free challenge for you to get involved in. You do not have to even purchase any of our recommended products or ideas, but you do need to have a blender to make your Proothies. You do need to buy protein of some description. We do have recommendations. We have recommendations of the products that I personally take and recommend to my clients, but I also give you recommendations that if you are choosing one of your own, what to look out for, and I teach you how to do that. Then we also talk to you about all the different things that you can add to it. And then it really is about trying out the different recipes. Now, if you're using it as a way to, you know, lose a few pounds, this is only part of that process. So it's not a weight loss challenge, this 5-day challenge. It's about adding proteins and plants and finding different ways to make up different types of shakes and try different things. But it's also a way for you to add this healthy habit, which is the first step in body shape change and in lifestyle change. So if you're looking for to build lean muscle and to lose fat, you need to be able to add more protein into your diet. Stop trying to fuel your body just from carbohydrates, and you need to use carbohydrates as a tool to build lean muscle, not just as an everyday fuel source, and also to increase the fiber that you get from green leafy vegetables. So that's really, really important, not just for their micronutrient content, but also for anti-inflammatory. We know spinach, we know kale is good for us, we know greens are good for us, and we find it really hard to get it into our diets. So that is why we've created the Proothie. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a link underneath this video below. If you want to get access, it's completely free. You could start it at any time, but we start Mondays to Fridays, every Monday, the 5-day challenge. You can do it as many times as you like. You can join our Facebook group. You're also sent out emails with just suggestions and support and reminders about posting. And then again, if you're looking for more support after that, then we can offer some advice as well. And that's kind of it. So if you want to get involved in our next 5-day Proothie challenge, we're kicking off again on Monday. You can sign up at any time, get access to that 60-page, I think there's 80 recipes in there. There's chocolate ones, there's strawberry ones, there's green ones, lots of different things for different people, and you get to try what works for you. I'm not here to say, eat this and do this. It's about, let's try things with your diet, with your palate, with your schedule, and see if we can make it work for you. So if you have any questions, do PM the page or email me at hello@warriorgoddesskettlebelltraining.com. But if not, go ahead, if you're just ready, go ahead and click the link below this, sign up, get access to that recipe book and to the information, and I look forward to seeing you in the Facebook group. Enjoy. Peace out.